Have you got what it takes to pass the Titan final exercise on the 5-day surveillance course? Welcome to another episode of Titan PI TV, where we look at the inside workings of a live operation investigation agency, that being here, Titan, in Derby. Welcome, I am your host and Managing Director of Titan Private Investigation Limited, Simon Henson. Happy Friday. If you prefer to download podcasts, you can download Titan PI TV podcast wherever you download your podcasts. So today, final exercise. The last 2 episodes have been looking at what goes on behind the scenes, day 1 and 2 of the 5-day surveillance course, and then days 3 and 4. This is the final exercise. 12 have become 10. It happens. Those 2 will be coming back because we see potential in them, but they're not ready. They need more help. It happens, not particularly often, but it has happened on this course. So we're now down to 10 from the original 12. So the team this morning have met up. They've briefed on the lift, they've briefed on the teams. We use II March, which is a term for the various elements that we cover on the operational order. So intention, information, method, etc, etc. So the team are now plotting up. We're at a hotel, Premier Inn on the Wyvern. As our subject vehicle is here, the subject is sat within, so we've got a foot unit in there, and then we've got this whole area. This is the hotel car park, this is the exit here. This whole area which sanitised. We've got one in, like I said. We've got vehicles plotted up on the exterior, so when we get that all-important trigger, it's going to come to one of our vehicles, and then that's when the surveillance starts. And we always have this phrase, good lift, good day. If we have a good lift, we always have a good day. If you have a rubbish lift, it sets you on a back foot and it sets it up for the rest of the day. So hopefully they're going to get a tracker on the subject vehicle. The subject's got to be under control, because the last thing we want is the subject appearing at his vehicle whilst we're putting a tracking device on it. So the subject has to be under control. Let's see how they crack on. I'll keep you updated. So the subject was fully under control. We've got control of the subject vehicle and the tracker's been deployed. So we've got that fail-safe now. If we do have a bad lift, as long as the technical's working, we can't have a total loss. We've got a vehicle with eyes on, but if we do have a loss, we've got that safety net now. We can go to technical and we can see where that vehicle is at all times. Happy days. It's all going swimmingly. I'll keep you updated on where we go next. This is the final exercise. So good lift, good day. It's been a good lift. Textbook. Didn't need the tracker. Subject has travelled in his vehicle to multi-storey car park, which is where we are now. Subject's out. The team have declared that it is a multi-storey car park. All enter and deploy all foot units. So we're now heading towards a shopping centre, which this car park's attached to. So let's see how they get on. Will they do the Vino? Visual, enter, near side, offside, or will it all go to rat shit and they forget it? Hopefully they've stepped up a notch, because this is as close as we can get to a live operation investigation. So let's hope that they treat it as such and everything's textbook. I'll keep you updated. Okay, so far so good. So we're in a shopping centre, the Derby Inn, in the centre of Derby. Subject's gone to a coffee place called The Bear, got a coffee, good control, Vino went on, various other shops, and then he's gone into a department store, M&S, multiple floors, 3 floors. The team have shouted it up as such. All enter please. All have entered. One's kept the eyeball, and then the others have got onto other floors, so we haven't got to go up escalators and lifts with the subject. Subject has done the lift and the escalators, and he's still well under control. So they're really pulling together as a team now. This is great to see.
Committed, M1 North. Subject vehicle travelling in the lane 2 of 4, speed 64. 1 vehicle for cover.
It's all going very well. So exited the multi-storey car park, and we're now M1 northbound at junction 25 with the eyeball. So I don't want to put them off, so speak to you in a bit. So that's the subject who's travelled all the way from Derby, so the Derby Inn, travelled to halfway to Nottingham, and got on a park and ride. Park and ride has a tram, subjects on the tram, so they've deployed foot units. Now's what's going to happen is when the tram moves off, the 4 vehicles are going to shadow the tram, because the subject might meet someone, get in a vehicle, might use public transport. Easier if we've got the vehicles there at that time. That's it, all going well. So the subject off the tram. Okay, good cocooning there. So we had the subject in the middle carriage, obviously orchestrated. One with the subject, that's the only one that could see him because it was quite a busy tram. And then the rest of the team were cocooned in the carriage in front and the carriage behind. So yeah, it's going really well. So we're in Nottingham City Centre. Going to be doing some shops, vino, department stores. See how they crack on with that. Have you got what it takes? So straight off the tram, straight into the Victoria Centre, straight into a shop. One's got the visual, one's entered, and they've got near side, offside covered. Next, I fancy we're going in there. Department store, John Lewis, proper test them, all enter, identify that it's a department store, and then we just need to cover each floor so we're not being dragged up and down escalators and lifts with the subject and covering all exits. Happy days. So straight into the department store and straight up to floor 3, which was a bit cruel, but it was covered, so it wasn't a problem. And then the subject's done the escalators down to floor 2. Yeah, they're doing well. They're not following him up and down escalators and lifts, dealing with it nicely. So into a cafe. Subject's been sat in here, one in for close control. And then one with the visual, one near side, one offside. Subject's just left and gone to the toilet, so I don't know how they deal with that in there. But yeah, plenty of places to cover this from. If you look, that's where they're looking. All window fronted. Still doing all right.